You're on. You're on.
I'm on?
Yep.
Hey, everyone. We're starting early. It's okay, right? We want to get this done. We are so excited to do Sherri McConnell's trunk show for her new book, Home and Hearth. But before we get to it, we got to share some Primitive Gatherings news with you first. But start commenting because we have a book as a giveaway, and I'll show you when I get to it what the other giveaway is. So first thing, Primitive Gatherings news. Let's talk about what's going on here. We're starting to get our stuff together. We're starting to look like a store right down there is our store. We're over there. And so look for our live from the store coming up as we show you what's new in the shop, show you what we're doing, all kinds of stuff. We for sure will have one time a week live from what's new and exciting at Primitive Gatherings store. But I am so happy to announce that our first ever Christmas in July box are out the door, and some of you have already gotten it. So I hope you love it as much as we love doing it, but I want to show you one thing. So one of the things we do is we like to support local artists, and we have a potter who does our mugs, does our little thread bowls, and he made us sheep ornaments this year for our Christmas box. And if you find your sheep is black, this is worth a gift certificate to Primitive Gatherings. So look in your box, make sure you don't have the black sheep. If you do, get a hold of us and we will get you your gift card. So look for your Christmas in July box in the mail. They are on the way or they have already landed. So one of the things I forgot to show you was, remember those blue and white blocks that Pam is making for me and sending me, and then you do like 10 a week? They all are in this book. I know there was some confusion as what they belong to. So those sample spree blocks that I showed are all in this book. So this is Susan Aki's book, and I can't wait for you to see my blocks. Pam is putting it together right now. I can't wait for you to see what we picked for our sashing. So there's our light sashing and your main sashing color. So that'll be a surprise. I'm sure Pam will get that done soon. She's super quick and super awesome piecer. I just might give it up altogether and let her do it all. No, I can't do that. But this is our second door prize. Look what just landed today. Our Martingale calendar for 22. It is full of beautiful quilts. I don't know about you, but in my quilting room, I always have a calendar for the quilts. Got to have a quilt calendar. And just so happens, this is ours. So we have July, this fabulous half square triangle quilt. So a lot of you pre-ordered this. So if you did, it is on its way soon. They just came in. We just pulled them out of the boxes. So this will live right here in our studio at Primitive Gatherings. They're not getting that one back. So when I say the magic word, Jess is going to pick a winner for those two projects, the book of Sherri's, this book, and the calendar. Those are our two prizes for today. So keep commenting and sharing, asking questions, and we will hopefully pick your name. So another exciting thing is, remember I said Yuletide Gatherings is landed in Primitive Gathering land? The book, almost ready. Last corrections were made on the printer right now. So if you snagged yourself a copy of Yuletide Gatherings, this will be ready to go with your fabric. So look for that. This is a $30 book. You can look back at the trunk shows that we have and for the Yuletide Gathering, and you can see all the quilts that are in here. I don't want to take up too much time going through it, but there's quilts, there's stockings, there is ornaments, enough to keep you occupied. And guess what? Christmas comes every year, so it'll always be in style. Okay, so I got to check my list, make sure. Okay. Couple other new additions to the store. I know, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it, are you? This Tula Pink new fat quarters are in Primitive Gatherings, right? So this is Curiouser and Curiouser, and it must be two, and this one is, there's two different ones here. So
Daydreamer.
Say that again? Daydreamer, whatever that means. But this one says Curiouser and Curiouser, and this one says Curiouser and Curiouser. So this one's 25 and this one's 24 fat quarters. We're new to Tula. We love her. So two different versions. Snab yourself one on our website. We do have full bolts of everything as well. So not only do we have the pre-cuts, we do have the bolts. Now, these are super cool. From Moda, I'll set one there. 3 new little baby quilts. So they're 38 by 44. They retail for $49.99. And guess what? If you buy all 3, we're going to give it to you for $125. So you save $25 if you buy all 3 of these. And we all need baby quilts. And this is a fun baby quilt. I was super excited when I saw these come because they're not very big. You're making one critter and they're super cute. So stash these away for when those babies come along. And like I said, I'm going to a wedding this weekend and I'm hoping there's a baby coming soon. Well, maybe in 9 months. I am the godmother. I do have to give us a reading at the wedding. So I have to go to rehearsal tomorrow. And so it's going to be super fun. And so looking forward to a big family wedding, taking our little guys with us. I can't wait to see little O and little man on the dance floor. I don't ever remember being at a wedding with them yet. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, now let me check my list here. Oh, so Yuletide Gatherings is in, right? Which was a July delivery. And Urban Farmhouse 2 is not in yet. And that was an April delivery. So I heard a little story about when things start to pile up in docks, like they start piling the containers and the one on the bottom stays on the bottom for a while. So I'm thinking that may be where our Urban 2 is. So if you have Urban 2 on order, we apologize, but it's just not here yet. So fingers crossed, it'll be coming soon. And we are looking forward to that as well. So that's the quick little update about Primitive Gatherings and what's starting to come in. And I want you to understand that we're not just all dark and primitive anymore. We are opening the gates up wide and we are ordering everything that we love. So I can't wait to tell you all the things that we have on order weekly. Okay, so now time for Sherri's book. A Quilting Life is the name of her company. Now you can find Sherri at aquiltinglife.com is her blog. And she has a website too. So put the www in front of that. I think Kaylee has all this information for you. She is just the best at getting that for us. So let's start going through the quilts. Now, because this is all in the book. Now it looks like there is, now I should have counted ahead of time, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different projects. And then it also has some finishing basics and then decorating with quilts and pillows, storage ideas, and then a quick little story about Sherri. Now, Sherri is one of my Moda sisters, so I know Sherri pretty well. And one of the stories I like to tell about Sherri is we were teaching at one of the big quilt stock events or restore, and we had to give this little trunk show and talk about ourselves. And Sherri was the first one, right? And she was up there talking about, you know, she had this wonderful grandmother who sewed and who passed down her love of quilting, and it's all in her family. She had this beautiful, beautiful story. And then I'm looking at the other Moda designers and we're like, I don't have a good story like that. So we agree that Sherri has the best quilting story about being brought up in a quilter's life. So when she named her company, it is definitely a quilting life. Her whole life is quilting. So She's super smart. I love talking to Sherri. She always has the best books to read, whether it's fun books or books about business and what we do. She's super cool, and make sure you follow her. And like I said, I can't say enough about Sherri. We have a great time when we're together, and I'm so happy that she is in my quilting life as well. All right, so I'm just going to start picking up some of the projects. I don't know what's the easiest way to do it. I think this is all a set here. So Kaylee, she's got to do a little work. So
Patchwork project bag.
All right, patchwork project bag. Again, super quilting on here. A little window. This much, use some leftover mini charms or jelly roll. Little pouch here. And a needle case, it looks like. Little pocket in the side. So this looks like a set of things. And she's got some hand quilting on here too. And I'm sure this is a collaboration of some of her fabric lines that she designs for Moda as well. Ooh, this is a pillow or a wall hanging. So she has a zipper in the back. She does a different type of zipper than I do. She adds an extra piece on there. How smart is that? I'm sure she probably has a tutorial on her blog for that zipper. But again, pillow, wall hanging, or table mat. And she fussy cut this beautiful piece of fabric there. There you go. And then we have a runner on the table. What is this one called, Kaylee?
That one is patchwork runner. Simple patchwork runner.
Okay, patchwork runner. I think the hardest thing is naming our stuff. So we're in the process of doing that right now. It's the hardest thing to name your stuff. So if you're a good namer, send me an email and I'll send you a picture and you can name my stuff. That would be a full-time job. Jess is shaking her head over there. All right, beautiful cross hatching on this. Nice and simple, about a 1/2-inch grid. We all can do that on our sewing machine. And make sure, instead of, you can mark this with a Hera marker. That's how I do that. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Now I do want to point out, because I'm not following the book here, we all know, and you hear me say this time and again, how beautiful the photography is in the Martingale books. They do a fabulous job telling the story of Sherri, of the quilts, and just the propping that is done. The photo styling, I should say photo styling, is amazing. And then the directions are always clear and nice. Ooh, I love that pillow. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so here's another pillow. Kaylee popped in a pillow form in here for us. The name of this one is?
Getting there. I think that one is, yep, Garden Blooms Pillow.
All right, Garden Blooms. Beautiful quilting. Kind of simple but amazing pillow. She binds her pillow, so there's like a binding on a quilt here. That adds a nice touch. Okay.
That one is.
It's hard to not follow the book. We didn't have them in order, so I couldn't.
Oh, here. That's the alfresco runner.
All right, alfresco. See, she's good at naming. Or those Martingale people are. One of the two. So a simple 9-patch with some corners and then some flying geese. Or no, Hesper triangles. Beautiful. I should show you what she puts on the back. So she's got like a linen piece here on the back. This gives you a good idea of the quilting. This is a wobbly couch. I can't do that. All right, look at this one. Very nice. The quilting is nice and dense. I know that she uses Marilyn Bott. I know she does a lot of her quilting. And Val, Vegas Val, does some quilting for Sherri as well. What's the name of this one, Kaylee?
That one's Backyard Blooms.
All right. Beautiful. Back. Let's show you the back. Now I get to see it. So it's kind of an album block on point with sashings and cornerstones. And I love that subtle sashing in there. That makes it much more interesting to have a little print in there. Might as well get the big quilts out of the way. Here's an uneven, kind of a 9 patch on point. The name of this one, Kaylee?
Dream.
All right. Quilting on the back. Nice big chunky blocks, but still interesting. All right. So let's do the quilt in the background here. Goes really good in our couch.
So that one is. That one's called Eclairs.
Eclair?
Yeah.
Like the dessert?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very cool. Look at that daisy in there. I hope you can see that. And then this is what's on the back. Peach. Very nice. And then here's this pillow. Hearts to Home. What is this one called?
That one is the Log Cabins. Mini Log Cabin Pillow.
Oh yeah. Great to do with your scraps left over. Again, that binding on there, I'm pretty intrigued by that. Just like, I don't know, like dresses it up so much. So I'll have to try that on one of my pillows next to bind it like a quilt. That's pretty. I'm leaving it right there. Okay. Ooh, this is the heart one. Hearts to Home, maybe? What is this one called?
That one is the Hearts at Home
Runner?
Quilt.
Quilt?
There's a runner also.
Okay. Beautiful. So if you like this soft color palette, Sherri and Chelsea, who's her daughter, they design a line of fabric for Moda. I said Sherri, I forgot Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea. You're amazing. And they have a podcast. I'm kind of like intrigued by that whole podcast thing. But when you have a daughter that does it with you, how fun is that? There's lots to talk about. Here's the runner. Backing. Scrappy binding. So see the scrappy binding? Again, great way to use up excess fabric. All you just need is a 2.5 inch strip or 2 1/4. I only use 2 inches, but these are a little wider, and that's cool. We don't have to do all things the same. You put whatever, you make your quilts how you want to make your quilts. Ooh, look at this one. This one has awesome, teeny tiny quilting in it. Did you get a close-up of that quilting?
Yeah, I'll come in.
Look on the white. Look at right here. Look at how teeny tiny, like these little, those little daisies are like 1 inch.
That one's called Dance Party.
What's that?
Dance Party.
Dance Party. Yep. So there's the backing. Again, Amazing, amazing quilting on these quilts to scale that down. So have your machine quilter try to scale down the big pantograph sometime. And this is a Baptist fan. This is the cover girl of the quilt book. Do I have it right side up? There we go. Pretty navy, kind of a subtle navy. But look at that little Baptist fans. Those are like 1/4 inch apart. So it's that big, but every one of them is 1/4 inch apart. So that is super cool that they run it that small. Backing on here, little house print. I don't know if that's one of theirs or not. Maybe somebody can comment if you know Sherri and Chelsea's fabric. All right, Jessica. We are almost to the end. So, do you have 2 winners for me?
I do. The book goes to Amy Abraham.
Amy Abraham, you have won Sherri's book.
And the calendar goes to Kathy Brock.
Kathy Rocks.
Brock with a B.
Okay, Kathy Brock, you win the calendar. So thank you for joining me today for Sherri's, let me get her book, Home and Hearth. Another great book to add to your collection. And what I like about Sherri's quilts is they are nice, easy, doable quilts, fast, get these done. She's not as tiny as probably I am, so I think her stuff might go together a little bit quicker, and she amps it up with that little tiny quilting. So that's what makes those quilts so amazing as well, is that addition of that little quilting. That totally shows all of that in the book too as well. You really can see the quilting in everything, and that just makes it even more special. So thank you, Sherri, first for creating this wonderful book. Thank you, Martingale, for letting me show it to you all. And I hope you want to grab this book off of our website. It is coming in, I think, September 1st.
So September, yep.
Yep, so it's slated for September 1st delivery. It is $26.99. And go grab yourself a copy and let's support Sherri and her new book. Thanks, everyone.